Please be aware that this video may contain some things that some viewers may not be comfortable viewing. This video has been made to demonstrate the psychological theory that can be applied to the case of Mohammed Emwazi, and is not in any form support for what he did, and may all the victims of him rest in peace. How did this young school boy turn into this?
For the most wanted man in the world, Jihadi John, that brutal ISIS executioner,
as well as being called
face of ISIS in all its brutality.
So let's start analysing the story of Mohammed Emwazi, better known as Jihadi John.
The dad was not around as much, so he took a lot of the burden of looking after the kids. That's why I think he was quite quiet. He would just get on with it because of everything else he had to deal with.
Interestingly, within this clip, his former teacher claims that Emwazi had some other things going on from his already quite challenging home life. This poses the question, what was this?
With his hands. Some of his old school friends say he was self-conscious after being teased for apparently having bad breath. Here he's covering his mouth with a school shirt. The last day of school, as his friends sign one another's shirts, Emwazi stands alone.
This shows that he had quite a significant grievance that was taking place during his time at school, which was being mocked for his bad breath. Within this picture you can also see that he could have been quite an isolated individual.
His school says he gave no cause for concern, no indication of what he would go on to become, as he gave his teacher a hug goodbye.
Interestingly, within this documentary it is claimed that his school did not feel as though he had a cause for concern. However, I disagree. For me, this shows the first step of the path to intended violence model, which can be seen within the pathway which is now on the screen.
He was already on the security service's radar when he flew, he said, for a safari vacation from London to Tanzania in 2009. There he was stopped by British and local officials who accused him of trying to go to Somalia to join the Al-Shabaab militants. He was sent back to Amsterdam for more questioning before returning to London.
This shows that even as far back as in 2009 he was planning a way to attack people by attempting to be able to get to Somalia via Tanzania, but it was foiled. In the next clip we will see step 4 and 5 of the pathway to intended violence.
Although you are more than 8,500 kilometers away from the Islamic State, you willingly have volunteered to take part in this crusade. You have proudly donated 100 million to kill our women and children, to destroy the homes of the Muslims. So the life of this Japanese citizen will cost you 100 million. And in an attempt to stop the expansion of the Islamic State, you also donated another 100 million to train the Murtadeen against the Mujahideen. And so the life of this Japanese citizen will cost you another 100 million. And to the Japanese public, just as how your government has made the foolish decision to pay 200 million to fight the Islamic State, you now have 72 hours to pressure your government in making a wise decision by paying the 200 million to save the lives of your citizens.
This shows that he went through with the final step of this model, and at the bottom of the list you can see the 2 individuals that were held hostage in the last clip listed as being a victim. Thank you for watching my assessment of how a schoolboy called Mohammed Emwazi turned into
most wanted man in the world.